Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome back to the Pro Sport Analysis Show. Um, we are all happy here, to be part of the celebrations going on out there. I'm talking about Ghana's 67th Independence Day celebration, and you've seen all the match pass and everything going on at the Concordia Sports Stadium. It's a nice move going on there, and so we want to wish all our lovely viewers, Ghanaian viewers, here in Ghana and in the diaspora as well, a very happy, Independence Day anniversary. And we hope that this anniversary will actually be the beginning of a new era where, we'll be able to, as a country, mobilize, our human and natural resources to build a better and a truly independent Ghana that we all want to see. So again, a happy anniversary to all Ghanaians, and we are happy to celebrate this one. Jumping into today's agenda, it's a special day, and we bring you a special feature. Today we are talking about a fixture that has become the biggest rivalry in English football right now, and there's a lot of talks in town concerning this fixture. Even the Spanish press has actually come out to say that this is the new Clasico, and you can tell, from the intensity of the rivalry and everything, it is the biggest, if I'm not even exaggerating, in the world right now. So without talking much about this, let me just move right into it, and then we are talking about the match between Liverpool and then Manchester City coming up this weekend at the Anfield. And so I have here with me in the studio Chichi and Desta, who will be helping me with the analysis for today. So today we have actually divided our show into segments, and the first segment we will have a look at the rivalry between Liverpool and Manchester City. And so quickly, let me move to Desta on this. We've seen a lot of rivalry in English football. The rivalry between Liverpool and Manchester United. In the early 2000s, we've seen that of Manchester United and then Chelsea, and now we have this one, which has now become the biggest rivalry in recent times, and we don't even know. No one actually anticipated this kind of rivalry, but this is what we are having, and we want to know how and when it even began.
All right, thank you very much. Viewers, it's always a pleasure to be here once again, and we encourage all of you to subscribe to the channel, Pro Sports Analysis channel at YouTube, and you do us a massive favor. Getting back to the topic, the rivalry between Liverpool and Manchester City is, as you said, quite unexpected. Because when Pep Guardiola, or when Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp was coming all the way from Dortmund, he wasn't expecting so much rivalry from the upper half of the table.
Okay.
When reporters first interviewed Jurgen Klopp, they asked him, when Mourinho was coming to the Premier League, he said he was the special one.
Yeah.
How do you connote yourself? And he said he isn't special, he's the normal one. So he came in the Premier League just to study things and then try to be as successful as possible. He didn't have anything in mind to go against any team, just to build a squad to compete at the highest level, which he did awesomely.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola has this mentality. I call it the Julius Caesar mentality. To come, to see, to conquer. Veni, vedi, veci. Wherever he goes to, he's striving to make impact. Germany, Spain, and then England. So you realize that this rivalry was unexpected, and as a result of the old goons, the old champions, be it United, Arsenal, all failing, all sort of dropping down, these two clubs had to pick it up. So for a period of 6-7 years, you see that EPL's defining moment normally would come from these two teams. Yes, so it's right. You're right by saying that it's unexpected, but it's been worthwhile. It's been really enthralling to watch these two great managers giving it out back to back, and it's actually good.
Yeah. So it's been a very interesting and enthralling, like you said, rivalry between the two. And in modern football now, there are two big names that you can't write off. And then it's interesting how this rivalry started, like Desta was talking about, with Pep coming to join his colleague in England. The rivalry actually started in Germany, I should say, right?
Yeah, it actually started in Germany when Jurgen Klopp was the head coach for Borussia Dortmund, and Pep Guardiola also being the head coach for Bayern Munich. So in 2 years they met 8 times and they both managed winning 4 each. But that 8 matches they played together, 3 of them were cup finals. Klopp managed winning 2 of them, and Pep too managed to win 1 of them. So after that matches, we thought it will end there, but in October 2015, we had Klopp being the head coach of a team Liverpool. So we thought since he has left Guardiola there, it means the rivalry will be a bit confusing now, because they won't get to meet often like first. But what did we also hear? In February 2016, Guardiola also announced his coming to Manchester City. So he came and it continued from that section too.
Wow. So it's a very tough rivalry coming all the way from the Bundesliga into the English Premier League. And so far, they've been the biggest teams. They've been the best teams, battling it out year in, year out, and the wins against each other has been massive. Every win actually means a lot. Between the two managers, there's not a lot to pick between them, and we will soon go into the statistics between the two, during their time in the English Premier League. So let me move to Desta on this one. When Guardiola came to City, let me even start with Klopp. Klopp came to meet a Liverpool team that wasn't too strong, a Liverpool team that was more or less like a mid-table team, at Europa level, kind of club. And then Guardiola came in 2016, and then he also came to inherit a Manchester City team that has seen a few glories in recent times. Yeah, I wasn't too far off, but they were still not a team that we could reckon with like today. That we, you just can't write off Manchester City in English football in the last decade. They've been very, very instrumental. So, how did this rivalry, this competition, talk of how they've built their rivalry and the teams up to this level that both the fans and the whole world has come to know about this rivalry?
Yes, so I think primarily it depends so much on the coach's mentality.
Yeah.
These are 2 top elite coaches who would like to go all in and then get their hands on as much success or as much trophies as possible.
Yeah.
So Chichi said something that their rivalry actually started in Dortmund, and then Klopp left, came to Liverpool, and then Klopp revolutionized the way Liverpool played football. He made some additions and took some players away, and then began changing the way football was supposed to be played. He relied so much on the counter press. That means that when immediately you lose the ball, you are staying on your opponent to get the ball. You don't, gone were the days you lose the ball and you have to track back to your position to defend. But no, Klopp said that immediately you lose the ball, you do what? Press to get the ball.
Yeah, so Trent actually deserves to say that because the monstrous team that Pep Guardiola has been able to build with all the investments, from Manchester City, it takes only the top level team to be able to actually defeat them and come up on top at the end of the season. And so this era has actually produced a lot of great names, and all these names will be going down into the EPL Hall of Fame. But we'll be looking, within this era, what are some of the the famous names that have been written down in their Hall of Fame? Talk about this rivalry between Pep Guardiola and Klopp, and Liverpool and Man City for that matter.
Okay, but even before this question, you see that since 2017,
yeah,
players of Liverpool and Man City have been dominating the individual awards in the Premier League.
Yeah.
When the season ends, the awards goes for either Liverpool players or Man City players, even the coaches as well. Either Guardiola emerges the Premier League manager of the season, or Jurgen Klopp emerges the winner of that. So they've produced a lot and great players. You can talk of Sadio Mane, you can talk of Mohamed Salah, you can talk of Mahrez, Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne. These are all great players that came under these big coaches, Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola. And these names are names that it will take a lot of time for us, the football lovers, to forget players like this. It won't be easy forgetting a player.
It's actually interesting because some of these names were not the big names that we know them to be today. They've actually played in the EPL before. If you take Mo Salah, for instance, who had been at Chelsea already, Kevin De Bruyne has also been to Chelsea. But we did not see that kind of play from them until they came into these clubs and they met these managers who were able to bring them up to this top level that we are seeing.
And as it stands till now, they are really performing. So players like this, for us, the football lovers, it will be difficult for us to forget about them.
So what are some of the special moments you remember, with some of these players?
The Champions League, the first leg against Manchester City at Anfield. Liverpool managed to score City 3-0 at Anfield. And see, that time Guardiola they in place, they not be small players. But Jurgen Klopp also groomed his players in a way that when they meet, they could able to match players head to head. So if you bring this player, I can bring this player to match him. If you bring in Salah, he will give you Mahrez. They will perform very well like Salah to perform. You see, so at that match, you could see that Salah and Mane really did a great job. And the return leg too, they did the same thing. They managed to win Guardiola's 11 best players on the pitch, home and away in the Champions League. It wasn't easy. But they did it.
So all eras come to an end. They say eras come and then eras go. Eras do come to an end. And this one, we are actually coming to the end of an era where we have seen great and mighty players, rise from the ashes, rise from the unknown to known. And this is really, really interesting to note. And looking at all the players that have come through for both Liverpool and Man City in this era, if we were to select the best 11 or the first 11 out of all these great talents that we've seen over the years for both managers, how would it go?
Okay, all right. So, as it was stated earlier, the team for both, I think the teams for both Manchester City and Liverpool have churned out very talented football players. In fact, if you are not talented and then you are under the tutelage of Klopp or Pep Guardiola, you'll be talented.
You will be.
Because he force you to play good quality football. Because he realizes that there's potential in you, and then you bring it out. He did same for De Bruyne. Yes, and other players. And Klopp also did the same for Salah. Yes. You should exactly. He helped them hone their craft. So for a combined 11, there are so many players to choose from, but we are going to keep it simple to their eras, right? So 7-8 year time period between Klopp and then 2016 coming. So in the goalpost will be my selection will be Alisson Becker because he's a regular starter for also Brazil. Yes. So Alisson Becker will be in post
ahead of Ederson.
Yes. So that's ahead of Ederson. So in post will be I'll be going for a 4-3-3 formation because that's their traditional formation. So 4-3-3 in post will be Becker. The left back will be Kyle Walker. There's center. The center pair will be the central defense pair will be Van Dijk and then Ruben Diaz. Yes, and then the
Vincent Kompany actually passed through also.
So Vincent Kompany with this, I wouldn't consider Vincent Kompany in my starting 11. So Ruben Diaz and Van Dijk. Left back will be Robertson because over the past years I think Zinchenko proved himself, but Cancelo will be at the right back, yes. Where Walker so Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz and Van Dijk central defense, and then the left will be Robertson. In midfield, you can't do away with Rodri as a defensive midfielder. You can't do away with the likes of David Silva, Bernardo Silva, and then so in midfield I'm selecting Rodri to be the defensive midfielder to shield the defense and to also act as a trequartista to chain passes from the defense to the attack. So Rodri will be central, a defensive midfielder. In the center mid, I would like to maybe go with David Silva and then Kevin De Bruyne playing more as 10 with a forward ability to split defenses open. All right. So with the left wing, Sadio Mane always takes the spot. Yes, brilliant footballer from Southampton, straight to
ahead of Mahrez.
Ahead of Grealish, and then I was even considering Sterling, but I would definitely take Sadio Mane at the left wing position. At the right wing, always Mo Salah. He's been very instrumental with the number of goals. Egyptian king running down the wings. Yes. So when you know that you have Mo Salah at the right wing, you know that you are having a capable attacking system. And in front of goal, I would have to opt for Kun Aguero. Sergio Aguero. Yes, ahead of Haaland. Haaland is a bit inexperienced, only 2 years in the system. So please, let's give him some time. But with the longevity of Aguero, with how well he has traveled across different leagues, how well his skill set. He knows how to dribble. He knows how to pass. He knows how to. He has pace. So I believe that Kun Aguero would be a perfect centre forward in my. So this is my first 11 setup.
Interesting, and you could see, the talent he actually put in there. Great talent and very competitive positions, if I should tell you, because for a lot of those positions, if you have to replace with another player, they will actually give you the same top level performance, and that is the impact of these coaches on their teams over the period. This is a very beautiful and it's been a beautiful and entertaining era for us as fans and as football lovers, to go out there and support Manchester City, Liverpool, even when they are not at their best. In the midst of injuries, they are still able to produce the best results, and that is very, very characteristics of the teams over the years. And it's no surprise that in the last 7 years they've actually shared the Premier League between themselves. It's a very interesting period. So on that note, we will end this segment here, and then we'll move into the pre-match analysis of the fixture which comes up this Sunday at Anfield. It's like, I don't know how to say it. All my pundits here are poised, as we even zoom into the session, and we are hoping to bring you a very interesting